Hi there, this is Dana Arcuri from danaarcuri.com, author, speaker, survivor, advocate, and certified trauma recovery coach. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope everyone is doing super awesome. And today I am going to talk about how to break the toxic ties that bind you. We're going to get into the burning ritual, and we're going to talk about releasing toxic, unhealthy dynamics in our life as well as inside our home. And so we're going to learn that it's really effective when we release very unhealthy attachments to people, especially anyone who abused us or traumatized us. We have to also understand that when I'm talking about like a burning ritual and I'm talking about releasing and breaking free of these toxic ties, this is not just on the 3D physical realm. This is also on a very spiritual realm. So you may not visually see some negative toxic energy, but it's there and it's present. And how do we know this? Because we know that everything is energy. And because everything is energy, there's good energy and there's bad energy. There's positive energy and it uplifts us and it fills us and it makes us feel good. And then there's toxic energy and it's like poison. And we need to detox from it because it's draining and it's exhausting. And it might be even from someone who is an emotional vampire. It could be from someone in our past or even our present relationship who just are very hostile people. They very much have toxic negative energy. They bring us down. We don't feel good when we're around them. We might actually feel physically ill when we are in their presence. And so we have to really have clarity about energy and understanding that when I talk, I'm speaking about the body, mind, and spirit. And this is something that is so important, especially in our healing journey. So this is involving people who are alive as well as deceased. We are able to cut the ties that bind us, even from people who are now deceased, who are no longer living, but they may have very much impacted and deeply harmed us in our past. And so when we look at bind, what does the word bind mean? So Merriam-Webster Dictionary says bind means to tie, confine, restrain, or restrict, as in a bond. Now this makes me immediately think of a trauma bond, because a lot of times if we were in abusive, unhealthy, codependent relationships, we very well may have a trauma bond and we might not even be aware of it. And so I do have a video on that if you'd like to check that one out. Nevertheless, we can understand that when we sense that there could be some negative energy in our home and around us, that we have the ability to detox. We have the ability and the power to release the negative energy. And so first I want to really focus on our home. Why? Because we live in our home. We spend so much time in our home. Our home is our sacred space. It's supposed to be a safe haven. But there are some homes where there could be discord and tension, unhealthy relationships. There could be so many different things going on. And so first, let's chat about signs of negative energy inside your home. You may have constant fatigue and irritation. You may have insomnia, nightmares, or you may be plagued with fear. Another sign that you have negative energy in your home is you may hear strange sounds. I refer to this as Stranger Things. You know that movie called Stranger Things? Many years ago, I started joking around with my children, and when I heard and they heard some weird sounds, just kind of eerie sounds inside our home, and we couldn't make any logical sense out of it, I jokingly said, let's just call this Stranger Things. And so there are times where one of my kids will share, Mom, last night when I was trying to sleep, I heard footsteps next to my bed. I'm like, oh my goodness, Stranger Things. And so we have to know that there could be negative energy in our home, and we do have the power to release it. Other signs of negative energy inside your home, you may have migraines, illness, sickness, brain fog. You feel exhausted. And another is that you might just feel off. You might not be able to pinpoint it. You just feel like something's off, something doesn't feel right. So take heed, and take back your power. Next is, let's talk about some very effective ways that you can actually cleanse your home, detox your home from those negative toxic ties and negative energy. And so what you could do is diffuse essential oils. So I'm a huge believer of essential oils, especially very pure essential oils. I have been using them for countless decades. They are so effective. They emotionally support you. So you could topically use essential oils, especially on your skin. Apply a couple drops to your feet. Let it soak in. Oh, so soothing, relaxing. I love it. But diffusing, super awesome also. Here are a few essential oils that I consider cleansing oils to cleanse your home of toxic, negative vibrations and energy. Number one is basil. So a lot of people cook with basil, or they might grow basil, but basil is super awesome. Did you know that it eliminates fear, worry, anxiety, and depression? This is awesome. Basil also can calm down the inner critic, that just chatter, might keep you up at night. The inner critic, which is common and normal for trauma survivors to have an inner critic. And so basil is also great for the adrenal glands. You could take a few drops and place it it's almost in the middle range of your back, not quite at the little area where there's dimples. And on the left and the right side are the adrenals on your back. So you could place a couple drops of basil essential oil, very calming, soothing. Typically, I use this in the morning topically, and then at night, I sleep better. So basil can help you relax and get a good night's sleep. I don't use it every night. I noticed every night it won't be consistent, like working. It won't be effective if I use it every night. So I'm just giving my own feedback. So for me, once or twice a week is the most I use basil topically on the adrenals. Next is lavender essential oil. Such a beautiful scent and aroma, very relaxing and soothing. So lavender is known to protect from negative energy inside your home. It also is really wonderful if you're struggling with insomnia or nightmares. You could apply lavender on the soles of your feet, or like even on your wrist if you'd like, or you could diffuse it in your bedroom before you go to bed. The third essential oil to cleanse from negative vibrations and negative energy inside your home is rosemary. Again, people love to cook with it. It's a great spice, it's a great herb, but it's also a wonderful essential oil. So rosemary is a protection oil from evil and negative energy. It's also good for helping you to have more clarity and more focus. So I use rosemary usually every single day topically. I'm a big believer in essential oils. Like I said, rosemary is wonderful if you need more focus, concentration, and you want to stay on task. Next is we want to set the environment for this burning ritual where we're going to break the ties that bind us. And so a few things to get. You may want some candles to have a calming environment. You may want soothing music. Some people burn incense. There's no wrong or right way to do it. You don't have to have the candles and soothing music or incense, but this is an option. Some people really want to make it an environment that they're very grounded. So it's really important to be grounded and to have pure intentions. And so what you do is you get a piece of paper, get your pen, whatever you'd like to write on, and you write a letter to whoever this toxic person is who you want to cut the ties from this person. And so it might be your mother, your father, your toxic abusive siblings. It might be an ex-boyfriend, girlfriend, or an intimate partner who deeply harmed you, someone who was domestically violent. It might be a perpetrator who sexually abused you. It might be a friend who turned their back on you and betrayed you. Maybe it's your boss. Maybe it's coworkers. Really the list is limitless. So whoever it is, write the letter. But understand that for some people, they might actually write a letter and list several people on it. So they might have, and we're just going to say they have 5 people that they want to release toxic ties from. They want to break free from these toxic, negative, energetic bonds. And so that's fine. You know, again, there's no right or wrong way, but get a piece of paper and have intentions to state your intention. So you state, I am releasing the toxic ties of, and then list who they are, name the people, give their names. If you want, you could list why you feel that you want to release these people from your life and cut the ties, break the toxic ties that bind you. For example, you might say, I am cutting the ties of my toxic father who abused me. And then you might specifically write out what took place. Now, of course, you don't have to get into the whole entire trauma story. Again, it's really up to you. But the gist of it is we're going to start with our intentions on what we're releasing. And then you're going to end with positive intentions. What do you want the outcome to be? So for an example, someone might say, I'm setting intentions to emotionally support myself. I'm setting intentions to provide for myself more love, more compassion, more grace, more mercy, more joy. I am extending love to my inner child who is deeply, deeply hurt. I am giving myself acceptance because I know that I am a worthy human being. So that might be your intention. Someone else might have an intention, and it might be that they are intending to restore their health. And it might be body, mind, soul, spirit. So it could be your physical health, your mental health, your emotional well-being, your spiritual health. And so we can understand that there's a lot of different ways to go about writing this letter, and we all have different intentions, which is perfectly fine. Then what you want to do is when you're done writing your positive intentions, this is how you're ending the letter. Then you're going to now go to a room that is safe. Get something such as a cookie pan, let's see, like a cookie sheet, or some kind of metal device that you could have the paper above it. And the reason why you want the paper above, say it's a cookie sheet, you want the ashes to land on the cookie sheet because we have a higher purpose for the ashes. And so get your lighter ready, people. Burn, baby, burn. And so what you want to do is have your letter. Some people really feel it's necessary to speak this releasing, burning ritual. They want to speak out loud the intentions. And that is great. Other people might want to just read their letters silently. Perfectly fine. Also, do what works for you. But the goal is to be grounded, be in a calm environment, have the intentions of what you're releasing and cutting the ties, have your intentions of what you want your outcome to be, which of course is positive energy. Truly, you are calling back your personal power for yourself, your personal power, your peace of mind, protection all around you. This is what we're doing. And then again, burn it, man. Burn the letter. Watch it burn. Now, this is what's really interesting is that there are times when I've done this burning ritual and I noticed that, whoo, just like that, the paper goes up in flames and it burns fast and it's done. It's done. The ashes are on the cookie sheet and everything was a really quick process. Other times I've noticed that maybe the paper isn't catching fire well. Maybe it's only burning on the left side, but not the right side. Obviously, get your lighter and keep on burning until it really does go to ashes. The goal is to burn it and have the ashes. Okay, so now you're done. Now you spoke this intentions and you cut the toxic ties that bound you. And now you're finished with that task and there's these ashes. And let's just say they're on the cookie sheet. What you do is you take it immediately outside. You want to disperse of it and take these ashes and place them on the ground, the grass, the earth, the soil. It's kind of like ashes to ashes, dust to dust. And basically, we're releasing, bless, release, and we're done. So now we're done. The ashes are on the ground. Ha! Well done, well done. What a wonderful ritual. What a great way to call back our power and to speak these positive intentions over ourselves. I don't know if you've ever done this before. Sometimes I might practice this, cutting toxic ties and breaking free from toxic people, literally putting it in writing. I might do this once a month. There are times I might do it more than once a month, depending on what's going on in my life. And understand that this isn't just about people. It could be things that you want to release, people, places, and things that you want to release. So keep your mind open to whatever you feel you would like to release, any types of toxic ties. Understand that you do have the power within you to call back your positive energy, your core essence of who you are, to stand in your truth and to know that you are deserving of love and safety and protection and healthy, harmonious relationships. So share with me if you've ever done this burning ritual, or you ever wrote a letter. Did you light it on fire? Did you keep it? Some people want to have 2 copies of their letter. They want to burn one, and then the other they want to copy. Why would you want to save a copy? I'll tell you why. Here's an example. Just say this person is a narcissist. You have this toxic tie with a narcissist. You might want to keep the letter. And the reason why is because if you're ever tempted to get in contact with them again, or say they keep calling you and texting you, or they keep following you and stalking you on social media, you might want to go back and read that letter, because that letter could confirm to you, that's why I went no contact. That's why they're not healthy for me. This is such a great reminder on why you're no longer in a relationship with them, because they were poisonous, literally poisonous for you. And so do what works for you. Share with me if you've practiced this, or if you do practice this after my video, I'd love to hear about your experience, whatever came up for you. And you could like this video, subscribe to my channel, and if you need emotional support, I am a certified trauma recovery coach. Feel free to reach out to me at danarcuri.com. Thank you and have a beautiful and blessed day.